I have a question that I would like to ask you today. Is it time for an eviction? Is it time for an eviction? I want you to think about your life. And when you think about what the word eviction means, it means the removal of something. And I want you to think about the different things in your life that maybe you need to be removed from your life so you can have a better life and you can have a better life within Christ. What is it in your life that you're struggling with, that you're dealing with, and that is not helping you grow and it needs to go? Right now, you need to give those things some eviction notice and say, it's time for you to go. Maybe it's the way you talk to people. Maybe it's your bad attitude that needs to go. Maybe it's your bad temper. Maybe it's the foul mouth. Maybe it's that cussing mouth. What is it that you need to give the eviction papers to and say you need to go? Is it the way you dress? Is it the smoking? Is it the partying, the clubbing that needs to go? Is it the drug dealing that needs to go? Is it the same-sex relationship that needs to go? Is it the stealing that needs to go? Is it the watching the pornography that needs to go? Is it going to the ungodly comedy shows that need to go? Is it you watching anything on TV that you want to watch that's not helping you grow? Is it listening to those ungodly music that's not helping you grow and it needs to go? What is it in your life that's stopping you from reaching the point where you need to be in Christ? Could it be that gambling habits that you have? Do the casino need to go? The gambling house need to go? The sex house need to go? Maybe it's those naked magazines that you read. Maybe it's those books that you read. Maybe it's that sorcery that you do that needs to leave. Maybe it's just that no good mate that needs to leave. Because see, it's some people in our life that we need to give an eviction notice to and say it's time for you to go. You've overstayed your welcome and now you need to go because you're not helping me grow. I don't care if it's a family member, friend, co-worker, somebody that you're in a relationship with. If they're not helping you grow, don't you think it's time for them to go? Think about your life on today. Think about the different places that you go. Some people need to put an eviction notice on themselves and say, I need to stop going the same places that I used to go. I need to stop going to the club. I need to stop going to the strip club. I need to stop going over certain friends' house, over certain family members' house. I don't even care if it's mama house, because you already know when you go over your mama house, you're doing no good things over mama's house. And if you still doing no good things over mama house, don't you think you need to stop going over mama's house? It's time for an eviction, and it's time for us to grow in the right direction. That's the only way that we're going to be transformed. We must go to God and we must seek God and we must go to him to get rid of anything that's not like him. When is the last time that you just went and you just prayed to God and you said, God, help me get rid of anything that's not like you? Can you honestly say you've ever went to God and said, God, get rid of anything out of me that's not like you? Get me rid of people, places. Help me stop going places that I don't need to go, that don't represent you. Help me to stop hanging around people who don't represent you. It's going to come a time we're going to have to stand before a holy God, and we have to be right when we stand before him. And if we get to a point and say that we're for Christ, when do we start living a life that's pleasing to Christ? Because remember now, when we say that we're God's child, we're called to live a life that's pleasing to his kingdom. When Christ comes into our lives, we shouldn't want to do the same things that we used to do. We shouldn't want to walk the same, talk the same, dress the same, or live the same. It should be something different about our lives. And that's when these eviction notices need to come in place. It's time out with the old and in with the new. Think about whatever is going on in your life. What is it that's stopping you from getting to the place where you need to be, whether it's in your spiritual life or your personal life? For all of us, it's time for us to make an eviction and start removing things that don't represent Him. Think about your life on the day. Go to God and start seeking God so you can get rid of anything that don't represent God, and you can know when your eyes close, you will be greeted by the true and living God. So always remember my closing. Self-examination is the best examination, and Jesus Christ is Lord, and He's all we have. Have a great rest of the day.